Hey, everyone, this is Andy Hall, Dr. Kennard. You're watching the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Stories that we're covering today. Bishops, Catholic bishops against President Biden. The cookie crisis, more police abuse, U.S. economy not sucking, and why can't Bezos just stay in space? I don't know. Let's do something funny.
I don't want to go to your party. The pandemic destroyed my ability to socialize. Do you want me to have a panic attack in the middle of your house next to the chips and salsa?
To tell you the truth, I think my panic attack meltdown would probably be by the beer, maybe by the rum. I don't know. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I'm going to check out the chat. Say hello to everyone. John Hudson, it is a merry Monday, sir. Merry Monday. Good morning, Blazing. Oh, look, I just plopped in shameless self-promotion of the blog, my new blog post that a bunch of people helped me with. Rage helped me with this one. Michael Weissman from the Bible Says What podcast. Robert Stanley. It's basically the 10 Bible verses that are destroying America. There's a story behind this, everyone. There's a story behind this blog post. An upcoming video, by the way. I'm making a video out of it. You see, every once in a while, I get stuck. I can't think of an idea for the blog. And so out of desperation, I clicked on Fox News to see, get angry, basically, just to get angry. And lucky enough, on Fox News yesterday, they had the author of the new book, the Bible, the 100 Bible verses that built America. Yeah, the 100 Bible verses that built America. It's like, that doesn't sound right to me. I think I'm going to write something up about the Bible verses that are destroying the United States of America. So and I asked a bunch of my friends. I asked a bunch of people to help contribute, and they did. There you go. Hope you check it out. Let's see. Simply Secular Dave from the West Coast. How you doing? Tobin Templeman. I'm glad to see that you're here. MC Fractal. Artist extraordinaire, MC Fractal. MC Fractal, are you a moderator? Good, you are. So in case MC Fractal, you want to drop a link to any of your artwork, you can feel free to do that. It's really a dog this morning. Yeah, I mixed it up too. This is a day of topsy-turvy. White is black, up is down. Was that William Shatner? I think that might have been channeling my inner Shatner there. What's up, E? Hope you're doing well. Let's see, Robert X. And I think I got Dr. Mordecai and Derek Cruz. Hello, and Robert X. Reminding us all to please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to laughing disbelief. Don't do it later, do it. Wow, you do a very good sales pitch, Robert X. You do a good sales pitch for that. All right, so I hope, Father's Day? Was Father's Day yesterday? It was. I did a special Father's Day video I dropped yesterday. This is the shade of things to come. I'm still going to be doing my live streams, of course. But I'm also going to be executing. I'm going to be executing recorded videos. I'm going to be playing around with multiple cameras. See, I got my little camera arm here for the second camera I'm going to use in my videos besides the camera that I'm using right now. I'm going to be playing around with the editorial software. Hoping to level up my recorded videos, the quality of them. That's what I'm hoping on doing over the next couple of weeks. Let's see. So yeah, Father's Day, I got a Father's Day present. I got a Father's Day card that actually had the word love in it, as in my child showing affection to me. And so that was pretty positive too, right? It wasn't just a silly card. It wasn't just a funny card. It was a card that showed some honest emotion. So that was positive, right? I know when I was giving out cards to people I don't like, that I didn't like years ago, I would just, give them a funny card that didn't really show any true emotion to it. So I guess my children still like me. I guess that's the high and low of it. Once again, I hope everyone else had. If you're a father, I hope you had a pleasant Father's Day. If you went to go visit your father, I hope that went non-traumatically for you. That's right. And Andy is spending some of my millions. Actually, the funny thing about this arm is that I've had this for years. I just never used it effectively. In fact, my child used it to stream on Twitch. And so, but it's an interesting point that you bring up, Dr. Mordecai, when you do contribute to the channel, if you do via patron or becoming a YouTube member, I do use the money to buy things. I was actually looking at some professional software for editing. And I'm like, I don't think I can afford that right now. I lack the skills and I lack the cash. So I'm just playing around with iMovie. And I think I can get some mileage out of that. All right, so you want to do memes, everyone? You want to do memes? Let's do memes. I just saw this in the chat. Catholics still love the Boy Scouts, but they don't. Well, at least the bishops apparently have beef with President Biden. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just do fun. You want to just do fun? Memes? Let's do that. Special Father's Day meme right here. All right, that went dark awfully fast, everyone. That went dark. And for those of you who don't know, that's Jack Nicholson. A picture taken from The Shining, a classic Stephen King story. This next one, it's lighter, it's funnier. Maybe it's not lighter, but it is funnier. This is what happens when you don't recycle plastic straws. Is that turtle using a plastic straw to snort Coke off of the back of another turtle? I think that's exactly what's going on right here and right now. Recycle your plastic straws, people, or better yet, don't use plastic straws, because a lot of recycling plastic is just BS. That plastic really doesn't get recycled. Though this little turtle, they're being pretty creative. All right, one more meme. Sleeping next to someone you love helps you fall asleep faster, reduces depression, and helps you live longer. And there is a woman sleeping next to her cat. Maybe she'll have 9 lives someday. Should I mention this? I should mention this. I should have mentioned this before the memes, that I'm not doing the open room today because I have a job thing I have to do. I'm going for an interview. Is that what adults call these things? Yeah, I'm going for a job interview. And so I can't do it. I can't do the after party, after show, which I do enjoy quite a bit, but can't do it today, everyone. Tomorrow, normal schedule. Wednesday, normal schedule. Thursday and Friday. Everything looks pretty clean from here on in. But today, when they said, Andy, can you show up for the interview at this particular time? I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'll show up at that time. So, all right. I'm going to check out the chat one more time before we go into police brutality. Police brutality. All right. I buy Andy coffee. Yes, buying Andy coffee is not bad. I like coffee. My brain runs on coffee. Do you? You sleep next to your cat, Dr. Blazing. Our cat, the girlfriend and my cat, our cat, she only visits us when she wants to wake us up in the morning. Otherwise the cat's having fun in the house somewhere. Hey, Paul Camish, how you doing? Are you free from your ban, Paul Camish? I know that you had a YouTube ban for a while. John Hudson, I got a skateboard for Father's Day. We'll be going live on Facebook tomorrow, showing my mad skills. Your Facebook ban ends tomorrow at noon, or I would do it today. Yep, I know. No after show today. Simply Secular Dave. I'm sorry. I have to schlep up to a interview. All right. Oh, MC Fractal. My cat sleeps on my lap at night. Weird beast. Indeed. All right. Yeah, I know, John Hudson. I've never been able to master being on the skateboard. I have to tell you about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the video of you being on a skateboard. All right, first story. Are we doing first story, everyone? We should do the news at some point, right? Let's do this. Video shows California deputy kicking suspect in the head. I just want to talk about the editorial policy here on the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Is there a policy? I don't know if there are policies up until the point that I say, man, that should be a policy. I'm not going to show anything here to you, gentle viewers, that's gratuitously violent. Sure, there's a video to this story. I saw it and I'm going, well, that's pretty effed up. Because when the title says the deputy is kicking a suspect in the head, the video shows exactly how powerful a kick it was. And there are two kicks. And it's like, I don't think showing you how forceful the officer kicked this person, this citizen, would really help the show out. And it wouldn't give any help with the vibes here, to tell you the truth. So I'm not showing the video. The link to the story is in the description. And if you really want to see the video, you can see it. I believe it's there. So let's do the story in and of itself. Victorville, California, not to be confused with Victimville. I'm sorry. A Southern California sheriff's deputy is under criminal investigation after he was recorded on video kicking a pursuit suspect in the head while the man appeared to be surrendering. The man was surrendering. You'll take a look at the video. The guy is just on the ground for all intents and purposes. And was this a body cam video? I'm glad that you asked, everyone. No, it's not a body cam video. It was just from a store, but it definitely was not a body cam video. It was a wide view. You could see the suspect lying down. You see the cop just coming up to him and just slamming this guy in the head. The San Bernardino County deputy, who was not named, has been placed on paid administrative leave, the Sun newspaper reported Saturday. The incident raises concerns. I expect my deputies to remain professional while engaging the public, Sheriff John McMahon said in a statement. I wonder if he's saying, man, it's too bad he got caught. And he wouldn't have gotten caught if it wasn't for that camera that obviously the officer didn't know about. The suspect was riding a motorcycle early Wednesday when he failed to pull over after a traffic stop and led the deputy on a high-speed chase on Interstate 15 and surface streets near Victorville, the newspaper said. He eventually ditched the motorcycle and hid at a car dealership. Oh, that's where the camera was. Video obtained by the website TMZ shows a man emerging from underneath a car, putting his hands up and getting to his knees. The man begins to lay flat on the ground when the deputy takes two quick steps and kicks the man in the head. The man rolls over slightly, and the deputy kicks the man on the head a second time. So there's a big windup with that foot. He goes back, and it's like he's kicking a football. It looks like he's kicking a field goal. It's disgusting. Paid administrative leave this guy's on. Due to this being an active investigation, no further details are being released about the incident, the sheriff's spokesperson, Jody Miller, said Saturday. The department's report on the criminal investigation will be forwarded to the DA's office for consideration of charges, the newspaper said. An internal investigation. So, I don't know about you, but I get triggered. I get angry. I get infuriated when I hear about an internal investigation by the police on the police. That's like the Catholic Church doing an investigation, an internal investigation on pedophile priests. or a Wall Street investigation on Wall Street corruption, insider trading. That's what I think about. Breathe, Andy. The department's report on the criminal investigation will be forwarded to the DA's office. So he just said that. An internal investigation will take place to determine whether the deputy violated any department policies. The motorcyclist, identified by sheriff's officials as 33-year-old Willie Jones, was treated at the scene for injuries before being arrested on suspicion of felony evading. I like how they said that. I like how it's written about whether or not the officer violated any of the department's policies as against to violating anyone's human rights, because that's where the focus should be. It shouldn't be focused. Yeah, it would be nice that the police department had policies based on human rights, but the focus should be on the citizens' rights, because the police are supposed to be here to protect and serve, and not just being there to kick people in the head. Jesus. All right, I'm going to check out the chat and see what's going on. Andy should raise his hand. The funny thing about this, first story, still, it's Monday too. I really just get a steam. I think by Friday I start yelling. I start yelling at the microphone. I start yelling at the camera. I start yelling at anything around me. So, it's still Monday. It takes time. It takes time to build up. Jessi Bear, good to see you. Tesla Ranger. I keep waiting for those good guys with the guns to show up. They never do. No. Let's see. Yes, Victorville. Oh, see, I have no idea where Victorville is. No idea. What's up, Jess M? I know. You should see the video. It's nuts. It's yeah. All right. So I think I covered up with everyone. Oh, Paul Camish is still banned. You tried to stream this morning. Sorry to hear that, Paul. Hopefully you will be out of the trouble bubble with, for YouTube, if you haven't seen Paul Camish's video where he pranks a conspiracy theorist, it's gold, everyone. I posted a clip of it, or a section of the video, on my blog, Laughing in Disbelief, because it was so good. Academy Award winner, Paul Camish, right there, everyone. Oh, I don't yell at Biscuit when I'm angry, Scott Duke. No. I save that for the microphone, I think, to tell you the truth. Should I get puppets? Should I get puppets for the show? I'm thinking a Karl Marx puppet might be good. Might be a good accessory for the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Maybe some philosopher puppets. Hand puppets, finger puppets. I'm not sure. But that's just one of the many innovations I'm thinking about. I think it'd be funny. All right, so are we talking about cookies? Are we talking about cookies? I'm not a Thin Mint fan, everyone. I have to tell you, totally support the Girl Scouts. Unlike the Boy Scouts, they're not tied to religion. They're not tied to churches. But I'm not a big Thin Mint fan. Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie? Because this story is all about the crisis we're facing with Girl Scout cookies. Our country must come together to tackle the Girl Scout cookie surplus. It appears that due to COVID-19, people are just not buying Girl Scout cookies, because let's face it, a lot of us do buy Girl Scout cookies when we're entering the supermarket. There happens to be a table at the supermarket or at the drugstore where people are selling Girl Scout cookies. Due to the coronavirus, that really hasn't been happening. And so there is a glut. Did I say the word glut? There is a glut of Girl Scout cookies. Links in the description. Let's take a look at the story. Girl Scout cookies are baked with more than just flour, sugar, and vegetable oil. They're also baked with a little sprinkle of hope and a big old dash of dreams, the secret ingredient that make them the most delicious of packaged cookies. That's an interesting statement. Some of them are delicious. Most years, the Scouts sell $800 million worth of these cookies. Selling cookies also teaches them valuable lessons about business and teamwork and helps raise the money needed for programs, activities, camps, and all the other good stuff that defines the Girl Scout experience. But this year, thanks to coronavirus, 15 million boxes are headed straight for the trash. 15 million boxes, that sounds like a lot. This is unfortunate, but given this is a girl-driven program and the majority of cookies are sold in person, it was to be expected. Girl Scouts spokesperson Kelly Parisi told the Associated Press. Did I mention that there is a link in the description to where you can buy Girl Scout cookies? It's true. You should check it out after the show, after watching the show, of course. Girl Scout cookie season usually runs between January and April, and the organization anticipated a sharp decrease in sales this year thanks to the pandemic, as most troops rely on in-person sales and pop-up cookie booths to move product. The organization, and as a blogger, I'm not a perfect writer. I know that. I don't have an editor. I have one person, me, as the editor, and that explains the mistakes. But the thing is that I would not have structured that paragraph the same way. That's just me. All right. The organization hoped to compensate for these setbacks by pushing online sales and entering into a delivery partnership with Grubhub on a local level. Some troops got creative with their sales models, like setting up cookie drive-thrus and delivering cookies via drone. That'd be pretty cool. However, even with lowered expectations and a healthy dose of moxie, sales this year fell well short of what organizers had hoped, sticking the Scouts with more cookies than they could before their expiration date. Expiration date for Girl Scout cookies? I would think the expiration date's good. They're sealed, right, in the plastic, in the boxes. I would think that they would last for quite a while. Currently, about 12 million boxes of unwanted cookies are sitting in the warehouses of Little Brownie Bakers in Louisville, Kentucky, and ABC Bakers in Brownsburg, Indiana, which produce the cookies exclusively for Girl Scouts. Another 3 million boxes are squarely in the hands of local troops throughout the country, which are hoping the public will step up and buy them. If you'd like to do your part to whittle down America's Girl Scout cookie surplus, visit the organization's website. It's up to us to keep those tasty hopes and dreams alive. Once again, the link to the article is down there in the description, but also the link to where you can buy Girl Scout cookies. It's also in the description, everyone. Check out the chat. Man, now I want Girl Scout cookies, right? Does anyone else want this? See? Yeah. Oh, are they made from real Girl Scouts? Wednesday Addams. Yeah, I love that movie. So here we go. Samoas are the best cookies, even better than the Caramel Delights that they claim to be the same by a different name. Interesting. Let's see. Now I want cookies, everyone. Now here we go. Laughing, they have a faith badge, and the pledge includes my God, but they are not specific to one faith, but being an atheist, and it can be uncomfortable depending on the leader. Well, I imagine that you're talking about Jessi Bear, because I'm just going down the chat here. That's with the big difference, for those of you who don't know, between the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and my fictitious God. I've written about this a number of times on my blog, Laughing in Disbelief. The Boy Scouts, every den, every local group has to be associated with a church. It says in their moral code that atheists and agnostics are not allowed, because you can't be a moral person without belief in a superior power, with a supernatural power. And I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. Girl Scouts, however, are not. They don't need to have local groups attached to a church, and so that makes them less theocratic. And it's interesting. So, yeah, I imagine being an open atheist, especially if you're a kid, in any group, unless it's specifically an atheist group, can be dodgy. One of my kids was cyberbullied for being an atheist. Well, it was part of it, to tell you the truth. Can't really talk about that because it's about my kid, and that's their story and not my story. But there was more than one trip down to the principal's office, I'll tell you that. God, imaginary God says, I made it to Weeblo and got too bored with scouting. I only was in scouts for maybe 6 months or so and realized putting on a uniform, making pledges, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. What's up, theoretically? Oh, hey. Laughing disbelief. My views are still climbing after you shared my video. I'm going to redo the clip when my ban is over and different. Yeah. Well, what I like to do, many of you don't realize, but actually, Patheos Non-Religious, we are the largest site in terms of atheists. So there are other sites for atheism, obviously, online, but Patheos Non-Religious, because we have people like Kemet Meta, we have my own Humble Humor, we have a bunch of other bloggers on that site. So what I try to do is like I said, my latest blog post, the 10 Bible verses that are destroying America, I want to try to spread the clicks around to people who do good work. Okay, here we go. Simply Secular Dave, thank you for recalling this, for putting this verse down. The Boy Scouts of America maintains that no member can grow into the best kind of citizen without recognizing an obligation to God. Yes, it is toxic. It is. See, now I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting angry. In fact, what I've done, every Christmas, I try to remind people, don't buy Christmas trees from the Boy Scouts of America. Just don't do it, because that makes you complicit with your own discrimination by, if you're an atheist, if you're agnostic, by the Boy Scouts of America. Oh, yeah. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? It's halftime show. I guess we're doing the halftime show, everyone. Oh, the halftime tummy rub show, where we take a break from the news stories and have a laugh.
My dad's condom broke in 97. Now I exist so I can pay bills and have crippling depression. They said congrats on being born. Now get a job, you lazy capitalist whore.
You know, if you're a comedian, if you're a musician, if you're a writer, basically everything in your life is content. So I wondered if he warned his mom that he was writing. He probably didn't want her. He had to do it in person before she found out about it. But yeah, the condom broke in 1997. There you go, everyone. All right, you're rolling a Scooby snack. You know, the thing is, he's not the only broken condom. I want to ask my mom the next time I see her, because as many of you well know, I'm adopted. Just made contact with my birth family a few months ago. And, you know, is that something too strange to ask your mom? So was it a broken condom? And is that the reason why you got pregnant? Is that the reason why I'm up for adoption? I feel like I have rights. I feel that I have rights and that I could ask that question, you know? All right. I think I caught up with everything. Oh, well, you know, my parents didn't believe in birth control in 1973. Well, there you go, right? Happy accidents, mostly happy, right? All right. Are we going to talk about bishops? Are we going to talk about Catholic bishops? Are we going to talk about Joe Biden being Catholic and being pro-choice? I think we're going to talk about those things right now. In fact, I think we're going to have a video here. We're going to have a video about Catholic bishops, and they have thoughts about Joe Biden being pro-choice. And I'm going to share with you that particular video. Uh-oh. Did that work? I don't think that worked, everyone. Oh, boy.
President Biden only the second. President Biden, only the second Catholic commander-in-chief in history and arguably the most religiously observant since Jimmy Carter, now in the center of a debate among Catholic bishops over his stance on abortion rights. Some are questioning whether the openly devout president should be allowed to receive Holy Communion. Here's ABC's White House correspondent, Mary Alice Parks.
President Biden this weekend at his hometown parish, where he attends Mass nearly every week. Only the second Catholic president in the nation's history after John F. Kennedy. President Biden even making time for worship while in England during his first foreign trip. Both president and parishioner, his personal faith now the center of a very public and heated debate among American Catholic bishops. Last week, during a virtual meeting, the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops voting 3-1 to take steps that could one day allow priests to deny public figures like President Biden the sacrament of communion over their support of abortion rights.
We've never had a situation like this where the executive is a Catholic president who's opposed to the teaching of the church.
The Vatican warning American bishops against the move. Pope Francis has publicly focused much more on issues of poverty, refugees, and equality. 60 Catholic Democrats on Capitol Hill rushing to President Biden's defense in a new letter to the bishops, including California Congressman Ted Lieu, who went as far as to call the bishops hypocrites, writing, "There are a number of Catholic Republican elected officials who support the death penalty. Are you going to deny communion to them?" The bishops are expected to vote on final language this fall. The president asked about their move and what it could mean for him.
That's a private matter, and I don't think that's going to happen. Thank you.
And Lindsay, after his foreign trip last week, the president this week is turning again to domestic politics. He plans to meet with members of Congress who have been drafting a new bipartisan proposal on infrastructure. The president said he's eager to see the details of their plan. Lindsay?
Mary Alice, thank you.
There you go. Will Joe Biden be able to get, what is it, the holy wafer and the blood of Christ? Will he be able to get communion in the future? I don't know. Let's hope he's going to be able to get the magical formula, so he'll still be a great president, right? Hey, look at my, it's my struggle with StreamYard, everyone, is epic, to tell you the truth. A lot of the times the comments don't load. Technical issues here, minor issues. So luckily I have the second screen so I can see all of your comments. And possibly, here we go. So here we go, Tesla. So they're saying he should take orders from the Pope. Interesting. That was the same reason to not elect Kennedy. I know. It just shows you how much the country has changed. Well, yeah. Oh, Ox. Yeah, totally. Screw the church. Nothing but a scam anyway. And good morning. Good morning to you. Jess M says, I can't stand people who insist on identifying as Catholic when they clearly disagree with many of their beliefs. It really is. And the thing is, a majority of American Catholics do not understand the church. They're just going along. They don't understand the doctrines of the church. They don't understand what they're supporting when they're identifying as Catholic. Let's see. And hey, Scott, Duke, that's great. I just bookmarked the Girl Scout donation page. Very nice, very nice. All righty. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we doing another story? Let's do another story, right? Jeff Bezos or the U.S. economy? I have two stories here, everyone. Jeff Bezos going into space. There's a large online petition. There are several actual online petitions to keep him in space. Like, Jeff, you don't have to come back. You can just stay in low Earth orbit till whatever. And the other story is about the U.S. economy doing better. I have time for both. I have time with both. So I'm going to do the U.S. economy opening up and how it's not sucking right now completely over here. Key indicators show the U.S. economy is recovering, but it will never be the same. I'm just showing you two panels about how the economy is opening up here. Whether or not it will stay open or that it will be completely open in all areas of the country, because as we all know, there are just places in the United States that just people aren't getting vaccinated. and with the new Delta variant, it's going to be difficult for some southern states and Midwest states to keep their economies going while people are just being sent to the ICU. But let's talk about some ways how, in total, the U.S. economy is doing better. Airplanes are filling up. The airline business is surging so much that the TSA has asked some of its office workers to help security officers with a surge of summer travel at the nation's largest airports. And while the airlines still haven't quite hit their pre-pandemic numbers, eased COVID-19 restrictions point to the hope of the future of the industry. Actually, United Airlines, I was reading through this article over the weekend with a girlfriend that United Airlines actually had to put on hold many of their flights over the weekend because they just don't have enough people. They just don't have enough people. And another sign of the economy doing better, companies want employees in the office. Over the past 15 months, millions of Americans, employees in America, left their offices and set up makeshift workspaces at home. But now some companies are asking their employees to come back to in-person work. On Wall Street, for example, many big banks, including Morgan Stanley and Bank of America, want their workers back by Labor Day. Some companies are even offering return-to-work programs as a way to help professionals transition back into the workforce after a long break. Returnships, as they are often called, typically run for a few months, offering training, experience, and networking opportunities to workers, usually mothers who've been out of the workforce for an extended period of time. So there you go. The U.S. economy is doing better. It's pumping along. Of course, this is not an economic show. This is not a personal finance show. I could wax philosophic about the Fed possibly raising rates or not talking about raising rates before they raise rates. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Or about inflation. All right. American Airlines. Thank you. The girlfriend. It was American Airlines who had problems staffing over the weekend. I will check my FB Messenger. Indeed. Paul Kamish. I was happy with the shutdowns in travel. The Yankees stayed home and the CO2 levels dropped by 17% around the globe. This is true. It's the same thing that what happened after 9/11 here in the States, at least, is that airline travel just shut down for a couple of days and CO2 levels plummeted. Very positive. Maybe Bezos could find a way to collect space junk orbiting the Earth and make a profit. Possibly. All right. Jessi Bear brings up Catholicism. Back to the other story. Growing up Catholic, I knew very few people at my church that agreed with the majority of what the Catholic Church told them. They just did the rituals. And, calling yourself Catholic is supporting the church. Giving the church money, I don't even know why I have to say this, is supporting the church. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The church. Hey, Dragons in Genesis. Jason from Dragons in Genesis contributed to the 10 Bible verses that are destroying America. Today's blog post on Laughing in Disbelief. My blog, I've been making a extended video jam of that blog post over the next few days. A project of mine. Let's see. Oh, you're in Central Time? Well, I'm late again. I'm in Central Time now, so my schedule is thrown off. Yep. Dragons in Genesis, you're not a moderator. I'm making you a moderator, sir. If you want to throw a link down about your show, then I believe you're now a moderator. So if you want to, you can feel free to do that. Last story, Jeff Bezos. Tens of thousands signed petition to stop Jeff Bezos from returning to Earth. Oh, happy Prime Day, everyone. Happy solstice. I believe it's solstice too, isn't it? June 21st, solstice. It happens to be Prime Day. And to celebrate, there's a petition to keep Jeff Bezos in space. On July 20th, the Amazon's founder and billionaire magnate Jeff Bezos and his brother Mark will board the New Shepard suborbital rocket system, The Bezos brothers, one auction winner with $28 million to spare, and a fourth person will become the first crew aboard the reusable rocket for its 11-minute voyage into space. Since Bezos made the announcement about his journey to space earlier this month, tens of thousands of people have come together to petition against his return to the planet. There are multiple petitions out there, but the front runner, do not allow Jeff Bezos to return to Earth, have collected more than 33,000 signatures by late Sunday. Billionaires should not exist, the description read, on Earth or in space, but should they decide the latter, they should stay there. Bezos is the founder of the space exploration company Blue Origin, which built the New Shepard. The rocket is reusable and has a capacity for 6 passengers in its capsule. If you see the Earth from space, it changes you. It changes your relationship with the planet, with humanity. It's one Earth, Bezos said in a video posted on Instagram. Of course, one Earth, one people doesn't include unions. It doesn't include unions for Amazon. It doesn't include Black Lives Matter, face masks for Whole Food employees, because Whole Foods is owned by Amazon. So, Jeff Bezos, it's funny how people are disconnected from, their about who they are in the world. Jeff Bezos is like, yeah, it's one world. We should all be working for the betterment of the world, just like Jeff Bezos is when he doesn't allow unions in his U.S. plants. Of course, they're allowed in Europe because Europe has a functioning central government, or at least most of the countries there have a functioning central government and good policy with unions. So yeah, would the world be a better place if Jeff Bezos stayed in space? It may not hurt, everyone. It may not hurt. Let's see. Well said, Dragons of Genesis. One Earth, one people, one customer base. That's right. Here we go. I just want to talk and see what Ox is saying. What's funny is how many people hate the people. What's funny is how so many hate the people that know how to play the game best. Well, that's, the thing is, it's like, if you're cheating, right? Or if you're warping the system for your own means. Yeah, I can see why there'd be some hate thrown your way. Tesla Ranger goes, and the auction winner is also a bald guy with a barcode tattoo on his neck. Very nice. Very nice. That's right, Dragons Genesis. You got that mad mod power. Sweet, sweet mod power. All right, did I cover everyone here? Well, simply Secular Dave. I'm not getting vaccinated. They're going to turn into a zombie army. You realize that 600,000 people. Oh yeah, there's more than 600,000 dead in the U.S. That's just a number. It's an important number, but the number of true people who really died from COVID is higher. All right, I think I caught up with everyone in the chat. All right, was that wow? Finished up earlier than usual today. Let's do something funny before we tie all this up.
I summoned the cat. He has arrived. Kotor, what did you do while I was gone? You're a liar. You ordered Arby's. I saw the bag downstairs. I've never even had Arby's.
So I've been a vegetarian since August of last year. I have to tell you, it's not the good stuff. It isn't like the good cuts of meat that I miss the most. It's things like Arby's. Yeah, I'm going to admit it. Yeah, sure, the Impossible Whoppers at Burger King help. There's a lot of great vegetarian options, but it's really the crap meat. The hot roast beef sandwiches from Arby's, just roast beef sandwiches from Arby's. Oh, I love those, everyone. Yeah. Wow. Things escalated quickly. The mod power is already corrupting me. Gonna ban Ox and Paul Cambridge for no reason. Tough, man. It's tough. So what are the stories we covered today, everyone? Another example of police violence. If you really want to see the video for the actual violence committed by this cop, it's crazy. Link is in the description to the story. Girl Scout cookies, the crisis of too many Girl Scout cookies. Bishops, Catholic bishops looking to put the hurt on Joe Biden because he's pro-choice. U.S. economy is opening up. Jeff Bezos petitions to keep Jeff Bezos in low Earth orbit or somewhere off planet for who knows how long. All right. No after show, after party today. I have to go do work stuff. I have to go for an interview. Please send all of your thoughts and prayers, or non-thoughts and prayers, or no, you don't have to send any of that to anybody. You don't have to send that. I want to say thank you to YouTube members. I want to say thank you to patrons. I'm going to drop a thank you video. And then I'm going to see you tomorrow where we're going to be doing the same thing, except we'll be doing the things that we should be doing, right? We're going to be doing the regular Disappointed Cat morning show, and we're also going to be doing the after show, after party tomorrow. So thanks again. And here's the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.